So I said I'd come and do a tarot oracle reading just because that's what I felt like doing today. It's pre-recorded because I don't want anything getting in the way or me getting distracted, because I think there's a lot of distractions going on at the minute. I was just talking to someone earlier about that. So it's very hot in here, so I'm not going to be long, but I went for a walk earlier on because I was letting this dry. I've made this little sign out of the top of a bread bin lid that I just had because I was using the wood for something, and I've done this so far. I'm just going to burnish these wooden letters, so that's going to go towards my sign. Something else that I'm doing, so I just let that dry. The little video I did before, I did a little drawing while I was down there, a bit of a meditation, and the drawing isn't finished yet because I've got to sort of ink it in, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Don't know if you will be able to. Sorry about the nails again, but that's what happens when I'm crafting. I've just picked this gorgeous clover out of my garden because they're so beautiful. And I was just watching a bumblebee and a wasp go in these and take the pollen. I've left a lot of these in my garden in a circle. I've cut the grass, but I've left a lot of this for the bees. So they've got a habitat, because we are all one, we are all whole, and that's what holistic is about. The meaning of holistic, but also that means we're a whole of, you've got to be looking to heal yourself through the social side, through many different things that we look at and are a part of, which treats the whole, not just one thing but everything, you know, what you're doing, saying, speaking, watching, being a part of, also the things outside yourself, because the meaning, and we are all interconnected. So holistic, as most of us know, characterized by the belief that the parts of something are intimately interconnected and applicable, is that the right word? Applicable only by reference to the whole. Medicine, characterized by the treatment of the whole person, taking into account the mental and social factors, because that's what you've got to take into account, rather than just symptoms of a disease, because your symptoms of your disease is because of something out there mentally within yourself, you could say, and socially. This is why we always go on about be careful who you're hanging around with, what you're watching, this, that and the other, because it affects the whole of you. So with that, I was sat with my back against a tree, and I was having a convo in my head, and also because I see a lot of people asking trees what their names are, I felt it was a feminine energy, the one that I was sat at, and it was called Gewenya. That's what it sounded like, Gewenya. That's what came in. I've sort of wrote it down, written it. It's probably not spelled this way, but Gewenya. So I was just sat there and I was getting in. The one thing that's consistent is you. Things will change all the time, you know, seasons change, and you know, but like a tree, if that tree's rooted, that tree's always there. Like I said before, when I saw some ground that had changes and things that had sprouted up, and somewhere was overgrown now where I used to play as a kid, but the trees were still there, constant. Lifetimes, this is what I was sort of having a conversation with a tree. Lifetimes have been and gone. The surroundings different, but you stay constant, working your light. The light is always constant. It's always there and guiding and working through you. If you wish, working through you with the divine waters of above and below to flow. Above, heavenly waters. Below, your waters within you and of Gaia. And then I was looking at this big pond we used to go to as a kid, and that's all overgrown now. And if you didn't know it was there from before, it's a bit like saying if you didn't know something from past lives and you never knew, or you were from a different area, you wouldn't know the pond was there because all these trees around it now, it's hidden away. I know it's there because I knew it was there as a child. and it is still there. It just looks like it's not there because all this overgrowth has gone all around it. The trees are bigger, and plants and things have grown that you can't see it. If you didn't know that was there, you wouldn't know it was there. Funny that. And then I got this like David Bellamy in my head energy. And if you don't know who he is, he's just like a guy who's like used to talk about nature and be really into it and all this. But I just got this in of the ancient worlds and the ancient lands. If something was there and land moved or split and people moved away from a land and then forgot about a land, they wouldn't know it was there, like I just said before. And if it got all overgrown, a bit like a jungle, you wouldn't know it was there unless someone discovered it again, you finding you. And then I got the message in deep underground, you could say inner ground, deep digging through the underground, the undergrowth, I should say, the growth, undergrowth, but where you could say undergrowth is people being pushed down, we're coming up again. Undergrowth, you hear, I don't even know what I wrote. Deep diggers through the undergrowth. You were always right here. Abundance is what, oh yeah, I just wrote something else in. Yeah, just meaning what was coming into my head was, you were deep within, you've always been there, we know this, but we've had to do some deep digging and we've had to move all them vines away and rediscover ourselves and rediscover lands within us. But I also see that as something else going on with other lands that I do believe are here, out there, maybe not up there, out there, because if something was forgotten about from ancient times because we all moved away and got distracted by the material world and other things, which is a bit like what I see is going on, we've forgotten about the old ways, the ancient times, old lands that are still there thriving. But as we begin to take back, you know, the veil, the growth that has grown, that we can't see the wood for the trees, if that's the right saying, we're rediscovering ourselves and of that again. That was always there in plain sight, but maybe had things growing around it so we didn't see it. And if we weren't taught it was there, we wouldn't know it was there. Doesn't mean it's not there because people can't see. A bit like what I was saying on earlier is we have to be shown. Some people still can't see. There was, I don't know what it was, lots of people talked about this. Was a time ages ago when, was it some, I don't know if it was indigenous people or something was shown something of a new land, or they were shown something, I can't remember what this is. But they never believed it because they couldn't see past their limitations. Something like that, I don't know. But I sort of see it as that. So that's the message that I got in, is you are there. And we do have to pull back the veils. We do have to dig deep. And we've always been there. And when all this undergrowth gets chopped down, we will be able to see once again removing the veil. That's how I sort of see it anyway. That's the message that I got in today. But you are always constant. No matter what, people talk about past lives and things like that. But you were always constant. That always changes, and the environment changes in different places that you may be in, but you are constant. You are constant. You are constantly working your light. So that message came in. So I'm just going to do a quick reading. I'm just going to do it intuitively, not set in any way. I'm going to do the Thelma, I think it's Thelema. I don't know how to say this deck, which I don't need that one because that's not part of it. Just see what we get in. Oh, right. I'm going to take what's fallen on the floor because they've jumped. Let's see. Yep. Oh, it's here again. It's here again. I'm not quite sure what order they were in with the way they fell, but we've got it again. The swords, 3 of swords. But there's a big rose there, which is to do to me to spirituality and you opening up. But people are feeling this energy at the minute, aren't they? They're feeling this energy of things are not looking good, doom and gloom. You know, feeling maybe that they're alone and there's no hope, like I was saying this morning. Well, there is. That one in the middle is piercing the rose. It's very spiritual meaning. But you choose to sit in, we could say again, the victim mode. You don't need to. A lot of people, again, after the chat this morning, are feeling like there's no hope or they fell off again. Don't choose to believe it. And then we've got the Fool. The Fool always starts on its path, and we all get called the Fool. We got this in the other week. Many people have called Mr. T a fool. But she's stepping through a portal. She decided to go on a journey, which most of us have done, which other people would say was foolish. Maybe people who were asleep and haven't set the foot on that path now, because we never know really. Like, we just have this innate feeling, but it's not like you can explain it to people. But we set foot. She's got a rose in her hand again. We set foot on the quest. Question everything. The quest. The quest we are on. With just knowingness. And people will call you a fool. They won't be saying that for much longer. The Nine of Cups, we got this again. It's all choice. She's got so many choices to choose from. Beautiful and whatever. But it depends what she wants to choose. It's free will. But we're at the point now where we have a choice to choose where we go next. And again, we got it in yesterday. I think it was yesterday. The Tower card. Well, the Tower card, destruction. Sometimes you get people jumping out the building. Well, you're best off jump out the building if it's on fire. But you've got to have trust, haven't you? But like the card that I got in the other day, lightning's a big energy. And the one I got in the other day had butterflies around it. And there is, because you've got to have trust in yourself. It's all about transformation. The foundations have to fall of what have been going on for centuries. So the tower is falling. You could say the bit at the top looks like a crown. Yeah, that's been in control has to fall. It feels like the beginning energy. People feel like this, like what's going on? I don't understand. It's like, what is going on in this world? So much change. We need change. We need change. And it's funny how the Fool is 0 center point. You are the centre point. The centre point is heart. It's like the infinity. It comes back round here. So that's that. Of that bit. I've still got some more cards. So that's what the cards have been saying. Especially with the Tower card. The Tower is very, very, very important right now. I'm going to do the secret language of light. See what they've got to say today. The Fool is no fool. Let's see what message. Here we go. Some follow the floor. Start with this one. We've got channeling, talked about this earlier on. We channel the light, we channel God's source through us. So when there is a plan, the plan comes through us, we the people. Soul song. Soul song. What's your soul song? What makes your heart sing? What brings you higher joy and higher light? The inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. The inner voice is always right. Not the trickster monkey mind, the inner voice when you go within. Which will go through the heart, like this one. You'll connect to the heart. Soul mating. Soul mating. Get back to your soul. Connect back with your soul, the heart. I'm going to do a star seed card, because lots of us are. See what messages we've got. Oh, that's too many. Can't have all them. Be here all day. And there you go. So, okay. Okay, I'll read them. We've got a lot. Even chucked a lot at me again. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, I can't say it, sovereignty, I can't say it, absorbing what's not yours. Well, it's funny because I was talking to Rainbow Wizard about this, and that's why I did the video before where I went out and released it with Gaia, and I did it back in the garden when I came back. Don't absorb what's not yours. Even people around you, I've been doing this with people close to me, I've absorbed a bit of it, so I've been feeling a bit muggy, but I've released it out in nature today is one of the best ways, because it will just take it from you and neutralise it. You haven't got to think how or why or when or what. Earth pulsing. Well, the earth is pulsing. Pulse of mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Well, I did that before, and I had to slow down, and I had to sit with earth. The void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. Well, we're heading that way for winter. I think winter's going to be pretty exciting as well. It's a run up to Christmas. We've got double mission. Work, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. That's what I was talking about the other day. I'm just being me when I'm me. I was a bit fiery this morning, but we hold all the elements. I'm just being me. You are working the light, serve the world by being you, by being the true you. Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. Well, I was talking about balance the other day. We were talking about that this morning. Everything's about balance. It's not other people telling you what you should be doing, this, that, and the other, what you should be eating. All about balance. If we had balance in all the realms, even food-wise, this, that, and the other, everything would be so much better. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Well, that's what I was talking about today, Rainbow Wizard, and that's what I went to go and do, because I've been a bit ungrounded, maybe since we're only on Wednesday, the beginning of this weekend, because there's a lot of distractions going on at the minute. I don't mean things that I was talking about before, just mean natural things that are coming up, because and this is in other people. Trauma's coming from the past, and people talking to me about it, and I've took it on a little bit. All paths lead home, yes they do. So nobody's path is wrong. And just keep working on it, and we all get there. That's why I'm saying that thing of like, not everything is for everybody, not every tool is for everybody. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within, which was what I was just talking about before with the digging deep and removing all them vines and things that I've got in the way of you. So that's beautiful. I'm just going to do one out of the Unicorn Tarot, because I always see this as childlike energy, this deck. And these are just energy readings that I like to do. Ah! Right, which ones fell out? God, they're all jumping out. I think there's a lot of energy coming, all jumping out. I normally get 2 or 3. These are just, I can't even keep hold of them. Right, got a lot of cards. Oh, so many, so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 divine, hilarious. Oh my god, the Tower card again. 2 Tower cards. We got one the other day. It is all about the Tower card. Foundations. We're going to be building the foundations up stronger. This is why it is going to take time. But there, Tower is falling. See the crown again. These unicorns are having faith within themselves, because they're like jumping out of that tower because it's on fire. You know, you're going to burn, or you're going to trust yourself, because this is what it's about, trust. So that's come up again. I'm just going to go through these quick. We've got temperance, which is a lot to do with, I mean, you can see the heavenly waters and the earthly waters there, as above, so below, but I see this as more temperance is patience as a virtue. We don't work on, you know, everyone goes on about time all the time. What is time? 2 of Cups. There is a divine union coming, whether that's with relationships or you finding you again, but basically finding the healing. This is the healing symbol. Oh, can't put my finger on it. Got a lion there, I'd say through strength, but healing, you know, when you're finding that divine presence within yourself, you again, union, unicorn union. That's why I think they have the unicorn in chains over here in certain, you know, what to call it, the monarchy stuff and all that, when you see those statues about. But union, and the best of all, union to God's source, do you know what I mean? Getting back to that, because that's what it's about. The Queen of Pentacles. See that as earthly, could be finances, could be anything. but earthly as well, connecting out in nature, which I was doing. The action behind things brings that beautiful abundance in. Purple in the background, spiritual as well, purple flowers. You know, you're sort of the queen of your domain with coin there, or, you know, the earthly things. You could call it material, but that's fine. And that's beautiful. There's a lot of abundance coming in for a lot of people. Two of Pentacles, as we said, balance. There's the balance. You can see the affinity there. One up, one down, the balance of it. Because we are centre point. Ships are coming in. A bit like the ebb and flow going here. Ooh, energies. But the balance of it all. You'll have ups and you'll have downs. But it's a balance of it all. The waters. The Hermit. We've all been a hermit. You know, you have to go within. And it helps you find your light and shine the light. But we will be coming out of a hermit stage. We won't be staying in a hermit stage forever. I'm not surprised lots of people did because of the way the world was, but we will be coming out again because judgment time is coming, people. Judgment time. It looks like the dead are rising. It's just, to me, like Christ consciousness. You are rising with the new you after being awakened, because it is like a death with the Tower card. It's a death of the old way, a death of the old you, because you're releasing and letting go, not how they say it. So yeah, and then we've got the nine of wands, which is beautiful, because I just see that as this person's this unicorn's took their blinkers off and they're beginning to see now. Maybe the passions, maybe workings, things you do at work and that, but seeing them grow, and you've got little leaves sticking on these little ones, but passion, the passion of you, seeing things come out of what you've been passionate about, whether that's talking out or the things that you've seeded to bring into the new future coming now, is you're beginning to see it. We're beginning to see. And then we've got there's still a lot of this energy going on though. Five of Wands. People are still sort of fighting and squabbling. And all I'm getting off this energy, because I'm just reading the card of energies, the little unicorn at the front is like, yeah, I've got my stick, but do I really need to get involved anymore with this? Am I just observing what's going on? Because I'm doing a lot of observing lately. As I say, you're either experiencing something or you're observing it. But the main things that are going on, as we said, we've had two of the same cards, and we had one this week. So we've had three Trinity, is the Tower. Like I said this morning, with people saying they can't see anything and they want proof, and it's always that, I want proof and I want to see, and I want proof and I want, what's the other word? Evidence, you know, the very left brain way of thinking. There's loads going on. There's loads going on. The towers are falling. Their towers are falling. We're going to really rebuild ours up from the bottom. And we're going to make sure they're strong. You know. So, like I said, the Tower card's very important. So, I'm going to go because I'm really, really hot. I think I'll just do a message from the angels just before I definitely go. These have got nice little messages on them, because it is boiling in here. And it needs to break. It needs to rain. That's what I just feel so muggy today, because it's so hot and so... Woof! I can't even work in this. It feels like I can't breathe. But then again, there's a break of that weather mean here comes some of the stuff again. You know, people feeling clouded again, because, like I said earlier, when people feeling clouded, falling off, not having faith in certain things. Grace and anointed, grace and anoint, I don't even know what that says. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Yeah, that's one of the biggest messages as well. We've all got different points of view, but just as long as you have compassion with people. Because basically, on either side, we're all trying to do the best for humanity. If you're talking about people thinking that on this side they're doing it because they're right, and then the other side's like, well, we're doing it because we think we're right. We're all doing it because most of us have love for humanity and want humanity to thrive. But at the end of the day, the energy I'm getting off this reading is the Tower card. Do you feel like your tower's falling down at the minute? A lot of people do. I'm seeing it. I see the energy in people. But also, this is Major Arcana card as well, which is fates. fate is mostly guiding this. So this shit's happening whether you like it or not within yourself. This shit's happening outside in their world. They can't stop what's coming because fate has a hand in this, and it's destiny. I would say that this is happening, and it is happening. So it is. So I will see you very soon. Bye.